everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Jared. What I have up on the screen right now is a picture of the Kirtland Temple earlier this year. It was April 8th, and there was a total solar eclipse, and the path of totality went over the Kirtland Temple. This was just a month after the Kirtland Temple was purchased. And the other picture is the Aurora above the Kirtland Temple. Also after the time that the Kirtland Temple was purchased. This was just from a couple days ago. And I just want to impress upon your minds how significant I think that this is. Again, if you would have asked anybody before the purchase of the Kirtland Temple, if the church would be able to purchase the Kirtland Temple, I think most people would have said, no, that's not going to happen anytime soon. And then it did. And you had these two eclipses that took place. One that happened immediately after the April 2024 General Conference. It was the day after. And then you had this one that was on October 2nd, just a couple days before conference, right? And then with the April General Conference, a month later, that's when you had this big Aurora display that most of the United States and much of the Northern Hemisphere saw. And then after the October General Conference, even shorter, just a few days later, you had another one. And if you missed it the first time, you had a second chance. And I'm so glad that we did, because the first time I had asked Jessica with Higher, Holier History, she's in my featured channels list, I asked her if she could get a picture of the Aurora with the Kirtland Temple. And she wasn't able to do it the first time. But we had a second chance, and here it is. So, and I hope that some of you got pictures like this at your local temple. If you did, send them my way, and I'll share them on my Facebook and Instagram accounts, and I'll probably share it on the channel too. But it's so unusual. You know, I don't remember a time where the Aurora was seen this far south. I don't mean to be a broken record, especially if you saw my live stream the night that the Aurora was happening, but I don't remember a time in my lifetime, I was born in the 80s, that something like this happened. But to have it happen twice, and it was the year that the Kirtland Temple was purchased, and, you know, President Nelson, he just gave his talk about the second coming. You guys, these are signs in the heavens, right? Oh, one more thing about the two eclipses. Again, I don't mean to be a broken record, but each one of them happened the day before a new Hebrew month. So in April, it was before the month of Nisan, which the Jews associate Nisan with Judah, the tribe of Judah. The one that happened on October 2nd was the day before the month of Tishri, which it was also the Jewish New Year. And Tishri is the month that's associated with Ephraim. So that was unusual. The two Aurora displays were unusual in their proximity to General Conference. I'm sorry. If that's not a sign, if these aren't signs, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. And here are the pictures, and they're stunning. And by the way, with the solar eclipse picture, thank you to Floyd Gowans. He's one of my subscribers. He was there with me to enjoy the eclipse, and that was a really special experience. And then again, the other picture of the Aurora, that's from Jessica with Higher, Holier History, so make sure to subscribe to her. And after I recorded this video in my car, I actually got a few more pictures from Tracy. She is Jessica's friend. They both went to take these pictures, so a thank you to Jessica and Tracy. But you guys, just look at these. This is, in my mind, this is biblical. This is the first temple in a couple thousand years. The first temple to be built in this dispensation, and this year it came back into our hands. And you have this happening in the skies above that temple, along with many other temples. One other thing about the path of totality with the eclipse, excuse me, it's been a while since we've talked about this, but the path of totality also went over the Sacred Grove, as well as Fayette, New York, where the church was established in 1830. And then you go back to 2017, and that eclipse went over Jackson County, Missouri, as well as Adirondack in far west. In my mind, these eclipses are for us. They're for the church. There's other Christian groups and denominations that realize that they're significant, but there shouldn't be any other people that it should be more significant to than us as members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And then the eclipse that happened between those two in October of 2023 passed through Utah, and the path of annularity, because it was an annular solar eclipse, the path of annularity missed all the temples in Utah that were in operation at the time, except for the Monticello, Utah temple. That's hard to do. There's temples all over Utah. And it happened 7 days after the October 7th attack. And Israel 365 thought that was significant, that it happened 7 days after the attack. And 7 days before the attack was General Conference. So we have 3 general conferences that have had solar eclipses pretty close to conference time. You know, I'm not going to say what it excuse me. I'm not going to say what it means exactly, or if there's a specific interpretation, but just in general, we know that there's supposed to be signs in the heavens in the lead up to the second coming. We read about it in the Book of Mormon, in the lead up to Christ and his coming to the Nephites. There were signs in the heavens, and I shared this scripture on my social media accounts. You'll have to go look it up again. I've already forgotten but it's in 3rd Nephi, I think in chapter 2, and it talked about the fact that there had been many great signs and wonders in the heavens, and the people became less and less astonished, and their hearts became hard, and people started to disbelieve. Let's not do that. Look at these pictures that should be so significant to us. The first temple of this dispensation. And these are the skies above the temple after the church brought it back into the church. I'm taking notice. I hope that you do too. And I'm going to do my best to keep watching these signs of the times, and just trying to do my best to, be aware. I think for those that have eyes to see through things like this, as well as other things, that the time is soon. Whether it's through these signs of the times, or whether it's just President Nelson just flat out saying it in plain English. So this is really exciting. And the year is not over yet. There are so many other things that took place this year. When we get to, when we get to New Year's Eve, what I usually do is I'll do a live stream where I cover everything that I've noticed for the year, everything that I put on my spreadsheets, and then talk with you and see if there's anything that I missed. But there's going to be a lot to talk about during that live stream, and we're not even done with the year. So the next big thing that we know about is we have elections coming up, and I'll remind you that the last time that we had national elections in the United States was 2022 for members of Congress, and that was the first time that our nation experienced a lunar eclipse, or a blood moon, on election day. So we had that event in the last national elections preceding these presidential elections this year. Probably not a good sign. And we still have this war going on in Israel. Who knows what's going to happen with that? In a recent video, I was talking about, I'm not sure when I'm going to post this, but in a recent video, I was talking about the fact that things can change really quick. It seems like Israel is just like dominating right now, but who's to say that some key event won't happen that'll turn the tables? So I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I've never seen stuff like this happen in my life. I haven't. But all right, well, that's going to be it for this one. So if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Also, make sure to share it. And again, it's just really quick. If you have any Aurora pictures with temples, I would love to have that, to share it on Facebook and Instagram, and on as a community post on YouTube. Or if you have any other observations, put that in the comments below, or send me an email. And I'll talk to you guys later.